Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Once again, I just want to thank you guys for following along and welcome as I do these late night sessions. It's early Saturday morning, and I'm just excited to share a little bit with you guys as I start rehashing my week and going through what it's been a long week and just really exciting. So um, today I'm writing an article about what a pre-sales architect is to me and what makes it exciting. And one of the things I kind of want to talk about is just technical expertise, right? So over the last 11 years, I've been in technology has been nothing but exciting. Things have changed. I've worked with systems all dating back to Windows NT, so Exchange 2003, Server 2008, right? I worked with a lot of different technologies through the timelines, and everybody always asked me, "Well, how did you learn it all right so fast?" Well, I thought I'd build a mind map of all my pivots, and it's kind of crazy through the years. So I thought I'd share it, right? So um, the first 4 years of my IT career, I spent all in the military, working as a help desk engineer, a knock engineer, and then eventually as virtualization engineer. So, help desk engineer, super straightforward, right? Doing support, all the level three things you can think of, Active Directory, moves, migrations, all you a lot of it failed fast, failed hard. Knock engineer supported networking for an entire military organization of over 80,000 users, which involves 16,000 different Cisco switches, different circuits, etc. Did not really enjoy networking at all. So I was able to switch my career field and go into virtualization with Hyper-V, and I really enjoyed it. So dealt with a lot of Hyper-V, System Center Operations Manager, etc. Then I got out of the military in 2016 and moved into a senior systems engineer at a managed service provider. I was there for about 6 months and pivoted into a cybersecurity engineer and a corporate contract. It was for one of the big three automakers, which was really cool. I got to work with some really cool systems like endpoint management, data loss prevention, email security gateways back in the day. So a lot of cool stuff that would help me further my career later, as you'll see. And then I moved into a systems administrator role. I was one of the first few IT people at a really big startup. Um, it's in the sneaker business for those of you that know. And then at the same time, I opened my first consulting business in which I resold services in the Microsoft and G Suite realm. Through that consulting gig, I also worked as an IT manager for a few companies, and it gave me a lot of experience, a lot of insight into how budgets work, and also things that helped me later in my career. And then in 2020, during the pandemic, I transitioned to a Azure platform architect. I got my AZ 104 and very quickly was placed with a solutions integrator here in Charlotte, where I'm located now. So once again, helped me further my career. Um, I actually loved the job. Just was able to transition to a bigger solutions integrator with more experience, and I started working as a senior Microsoft architect on post sales delivering projects. So I got out of the on call support that I was doing as a platform architect and moved into more of a post sales experience in delivering projects. And one thing about post sales as a solutions integrator, you don't turn anything down. So I did everything from migrations to Active Directory to security to Azure. I did it all. I did everything. That's one thing that you'll see throughout my entire career is I don't say no to anything and I do it all, right? Like I'm trying to do everything once and it helps. And then I was able to transition into pre-sales, which I've loved. And I started out as a productivity overlay and a security, so I started building our Microsoft security practice, and I still served as a secondary productivity. So I would do migration scoping, I would do Active Directory scoping, I would do team scoping, I would do SharePoint scoping, and do a little bit of everything. But I tried to focus on building our go-to-market and security practice. And then just recently, about 3 months ago, I was able to transition fully into supporting our Microsoft security practice as the first initial Microsoft Security pre-sales architect, which has been awesome. But then go to market, understanding what that means, like what is go to market. But let's focus on the technical expertise throughout there, right? So all the way from working help desk and troubleshooting, DNS, DHCP, print services, right? Going to transferring and supporting NOC, right? So supporting switches, CLI, ports, ups, down. etc. Virtualization, Hyper-V, more DNS, more everything. Virtual drives. Just it was very interesting understanding that and how that worked and how that transitioned to my later career working in the cloud where everything was virtualized. And then as a senior systems engineer, training people how that works, and then cybersecurity, right? That's what I do now. So just all moves so well. And senior systems administrator, you do everything, right? That taught me to be very flexible, very, as I say, Semper Gumby, right? If anybody's ever seen the little green cartoon, if you haven't seen it, you'll see a picture of it. It's kind of how I've lived my entire life. Be super flexible, fail fast, fail quick, and fail forward as much as possible. IT manager, and gave me an insight into what goes into an IT manager's brain, how budgets work, how you can consolidate services, right? And all that helps me today as I work as a pre-sales architect, building solutions for large organizations and understanding consolidations, what it means to be a technical expert, right? When customers come to us as solutions integrator, they want that expertise, right? That is what they pay us for. They don't have expertise in something, they need that on their staff, right? That's what we provide, and I hopefully provide that for all the customers that work with me. Something that I thrive myself on, and something that hopefully everyone that ever works with me says, you know what, Dylan, he knows his stuff, right? So as you see, right, don't be afraid to pivot in your career, right? If you feel like you're stagnating or you feel like you don't like something, IT is so broad and so big. Switch, find something else. I say, buddy, try it for 6 months. If you don't like it, try something else. If you can't carve it out as your current employer, unfortunately, but fortunately, tech is huge. Switch, pivot, learn, train yourself, and move. Everything in tech is not about just wait. Tech is fast, tech is agile, and tech is constantly shifting. So if you're willing to learn, you're willing to build a career. So hopefully you guys learned a little something. And until next time, thanks again.